My name is Kathy H. I'm 28 years old. I now spend most of my time not looking forwards, but looking back on what happened to us at Hailsham.
Catch it, Tommy!
Hello, welcome to Premiere Scene. I'm William McLaughlan and I'm here at the launch of the 54th BFI London Film Festival. I'm going to go and see the press screening launch of Mark Romanek's new film, Never Let Me Go.
Students of Hailsham are special.
Yes, Miss Emily.
In a sense, I think this story was trying to put a positive light on human nature, to try and say as convincing as possible that people would actually, when they feel they're trapped and their time is running out, the things that become important are things like friendship and love. If someone feels that they did the wrong thing towards somebody close to them, they'll want to put it right before it's too late. If two people have loved each other all their lives but haven't acknowledged it, they want it acknowledged, they want it fulfilled, even if it's only for a short time.
Keeping yourselves well, keeping yourselves healthy inside, is of paramount importance.
I was wondering how challenging it is to make a project with this kind of level of emotional content. Is it more or less difficult than other projects you've worked on as a result?
I think it's easier to cry than to make people laugh. Do you know what I mean? It's much easier to go on set and just cry a bunch than be funny. That's all I have to say.
No, it is. It's always harder to maintain raw enthusiasm or joy than to go into a really dark place. And I mean, for us, really, it was about trying not to cry all the time. I cry all the time. It's my modus operandi. So I was trying to, we all wanted to hold back. We all kind of marked each other, like, don't drop a tear. Like, we were kind of watching each other a bit, and we didn't want to sort of kind of portray tragedy or observe our circumstances. We just wanted to live in the world that we were in with the circumstances we had, so it was like Andrew said, it's harder to do all the sort of happiness in life than it is to do the sadness.
None of you will do anything except live the life that has already been set out for you. And sometime around your third donation, your short life will be complete. That's what you're created to do.
I think it helped us because it also helped the older actors, because it helped them make a bond and have memories of doing those scenes with the opposite younger actor. And I think it really helped me because we got to discuss what we thought Kathy would be like, and it was helpful because we made decisions about what we would do in certain scenes and characteristics that Carey would have, Kathy would have. The names are so similar. But yeah, I think it really helped.
And something we didn't notice when we were meeting, but you guys were picking up things that we did, so you could bring it into your performances, which made it more like it was two people playing Ruth, which is actually really clever, and we didn't really think of it. So, yeah, it was really weird to watch as well, because I was watching you pick up things that Charlie did, and it was quite remarkable how similar you guys did things.
We were born that way, I think. I think we're just very similar people.
We were moved from Hailsham at 18. Tommy, Ruth and I.
Exactly how much experience have you guys had with the outside?
Quite a lot.
We haven't.
Well, I mean, I was starting with a really beautiful adaptation by Alex. It seemed very solid and well thought out, and I had the same emotional reaction to the script that I did to the book. I tried to not start every morning working on the film with kind of crippled by fear and the responsibility of doing justice to this book I loved. I tried to focus on the tasks at hand because it just isn't a constructive way to think about it, although occasionally I did. But I also had an enormous amount of help. This was a very collaborative process. I wasn't brought in to behave like the auteur of the piece, whatever that means. And that speaks also to the quality of authenticity or Englishness. I mean, I feel I have an affinity for English things, and I've spent a lot of time here. I went to school here briefly, and I've lived here on and off. and I live here now, actually. But I took some comfort also in, I thought a lot about like Ang Lee's The Ice Storm, which depicted my childhood and adolescence in the suburbs of Chicago, and I thought it was unbelievably authentic, and he's Taiwanese. So sometimes I guess someone from the outside has a perspective on things, but as I say, I was helped enormously by the all-British crew whenever I was sort of slipping up.
Can you talk a bit about your visual approach to the film, Mark? Because you said you were trying to do an allegory to Ishiguro's writing.
Well, I mean, it's initially it's just an intuitive thing. You sort of picture the images and you picture the tone of it, and I felt like on the second reading of the book, I felt like I could really clearly see the film. Then I read in an interview that Kazuo felt very influenced by some Japanese cinema, perhaps even more than some other authors. And so that sent me on a journey of just immersing myself in Japanese cinema and Japanese ideas of aesthetics and art and aesthetics. And I tried to overlay this very British story with some sort of quality of the simplicity that you see in Kazuo's writing. It's a extremely deceptive simplicity. And there's a beauty to how he writes. The truths in the film can be quite disturbing, and they are disturbing. But he writes them so beautifully that I felt it would be too harsh or too blunt if the film were sort of a naturalistic kitchen sink kind of film, and I wanted it to be quite beautiful.
Drinks?
5 Cokes, please. If there was a boy and a girl, and they were properly in love and they could prove it, then they would be given a few years together before they began their donations.
Why do you do that thing, squeezing Tommy's shoulder?
I'm allowed to touch Tommy, aren't I?
It's the way you're touching him.
It's great. No, I mean, you know, I thought that the character was fascinating. For me, it was kind of a study of jealousy and fear, and I think she commits great harm. And I thought it was an interesting thing trying to get into her head. I didn't like her, and it's tricky playing people that you don't like and finding a way to empathise with them, and that was challenging and very exciting.
I wish I could help you. You poor creatures.
So that's it from the cast and crew of Never Let Me Go, a remarkable story of love, loss and hidden truth. I'm William McLaughlan, reporting for Premier Scene.
Maybe none of us really understand what we've lived through, or feel we've had enough time.